you is, are you ready to accept the call of a mentor?
As a coach, what may be helpful if you are around young people? This may be helpful. Believe them when they say it. Believe them when they say it. Just having somebody believe you when you say something, whether it's true or not, it helps them either come clean or they know they have someone that's going to help them. Listen and be supportive. Again, that's also believe in them. Listen. Check in with them. So after they tell you something's going on, you want to check in. What's going on? How's your day? How's your week? Have you seen a specialist? There's a guy in our area. He's a comedian, Christian comedian, and his tagline is, and he has been diagnosed with PTSD, and his tagline is, "I talk to God and a therapist." I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to talk to God and a therapist, right? So encourage getting help. There's no shame in getting help. Teach mindfulness and positive self-talk. When they mention mindfulness here, mindfulness is a tool. When you have a headache, maybe you didn't eat right or you're tired or whatever, but the first thing I was like, let me find the Tylenol. I'm going to take something for my headache. When there's a mental issue or mental illness, what can you do there? Mindfulness is one of those tools. Mindfulness is just stopping and being in the present moment. Mindfulness, there's a scripture that says that, who am I that you are mindful of me? God is mindful of us. So if he can be mindful of us, I think he wants us to be a little mindful too. So there's information about how to be mindful. One thing that I like about mindfulness, it tells us to breathe. Well, I breathe every day. No. We automatically breathe, yeah. But how many times are we really giving our body some breath? How many times are we really breathing I would do it today. I think I just might. Y'all hold on. We're going to do a mindful breathing. Positive self-talk. If you hear a kid or even yourself talking yourself down, that is not helping your mental health. It's not helping your physical health. All right, so positive self-talk. Say about you what God says about you and teach them to do the same. What does God say? If you hear kids like, gosh, I'm so stupid, or whatever they might say these days. I'm kind of out of the loop with young people. But whatever they might say, if it's something negative, then that's not what God says about them, right? All right, take any remark of suicide seriously. Even if it's just for them getting attention, you still got to pay attention to it. You still have to pay attention to it, All right, so I want to do, anybody up for a mindful breathing exercise? Yeah. Okay. I promise you, I am a real Christian. Okay? I'm a real Christian. And it's just me giving our body some breath. I'm going to have to use that phone. I'm so sorry. All right. So to do a mindful breathing exercise, what we're going to do is give our body, and what I call it is just giving your body a break. You get to give your body a break. It's been thinking for you. It's been thinking, it's been doing, it's been walking, it's been traveling. Now we can have a time right now that we can thank our body for doing its job. All right? So, yeah, you know how to do it.
I'm getting ready to take the break with y'all.
So your feet flat on the floor. Yeah, put your feet flat on the floor. All right.
You want me to dim the lights now?
No, don't dim the lights. Thank you. No candles.
I mean, I can bring them down, honestly.
Huh?
Roses.
Roses. No can. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, some spray. Get you right, relaxed. That would be good. All right. So, what we're gonna do? Let's see if I have this all the way up. All right, I'm gonna put this microphone. Make sure it ain't too loud here. Okay. So, feet flat on the floor. If you feel like you're in a safe, if you feel like you're in a safe space, close your eyes. If you don't feel like you're in a safe space, just bring your gaze down to the floor. It's up to you. Okay? Everybody just quietly focus on your normal breathing. Now, take a deep breath through your nose. Fill your lungs. Blow it out slowly through your mouth. Almost like you're cooling off a hot drink or a pizza or something. Alright, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale slowly. Again, deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Deep breath in. Pause at the top. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale slowly. And if you take this with you, you can do this about 1 to 2 minutes. And then when you're in this kind of state of relaxation, you can focus on anything that's positive. Focus on who God says you are. Focus on the good things that He's brought to your life. Focus on being thankful and being grateful. If you really need to relax, you can focus on a place. That's like one of your favorite places. And then just kind of put yourself in that place. It's a beach. Can you kind of feel the sand on the side of your face? It's by a river. Can you hear the river? It's in the forest. Can you hear the whistle of the wind in the trees? Bring yourself back to your normal breathing. Deep breath in. Pause at the top. Exhale slowly. Just take a deep breath. Pause at the top. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. Pause. And exhale. When you feel comfortable, you open your eyes. Bring your focus back to the workshop. All right. I love that because we get to pay attention to what God gave us first. Is our mind and our body, right? You get to pay attention. Anybody want to share the experience with that? Like, what was that? Or do you feel more relaxed than you were 3 minutes ago? You know? So if you do this again, mindful breathing, take a body scan, take a check on how you feel before you go into the mindful breathing. All right, and then when you come out, you can see that it made a difference. All right, so, you all right? All right, I don't know what I did there again. All right, so what does God say? So I just put a few scriptures on here. There's many scriptures in the Word that talks about what God says about whoever gets one first. You can, doesn't matter what order.
I got Proverbs.
Okay, can you give me that?
Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life.
Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. How do we guard our heart? We have to take care of ourselves, and that includes mental health. Okay, what your when your mind is, there's a whole nother thing. I'm trying to just stay on this curve. But, the way we respond to things matters. So we have a situation, whatever the situation is, something at work, the kids that you deal with, whatever it is. You have a situation, and then you have a thought about the situation. Okay, was that messed up? Am I mad? Am I jealous? Am I upset? What is happening? You have a thought about that, right? And then you have the emotion is attached to that thought. Your emotion will attach to that thought. Okay? Now, here's where you get a chance to respond instead of react. There's a difference. So once your emotion has attached to the thought, are you going to react? Or are you going to respond? The right answer is respond. Okay? And then that's the response is the behavior, or the reaction is the behavior. It's up to you. 1 Timothy 4:8. Who looked at that one for me? Psalms, okay, 8:4.
8:4. What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him?
What is man that you are mindful of him? If God is mindful of us, shouldn't we be mindful of us as well? And not in a way that we're gloating but just taking care of us, being mindful of what you're saying and what you're doing to your body and to your mind. Okay? Anybody picked up 1 Timothy 4:8? Okay.
For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come.
It's just not physical. It's just not physical. Okay, so just like you take care of your physical body, we have to take care of our mental health. And that includes not letting people barge in on your mental health. And you have those kids that you were talking about, man, boy, kids. And back in my day, they said kids could be cruel. But these days, they can be cruel to each other.
See, you know what it is? So it's not as, look, I'm just going to open up this can of worms because I like the anxiety thing of it, but it's happening in our program, right? This fear that I've had for a while where her name's Melissa, but now her name is Billy. She's like, okay, it's this type of stuff, right? And listen, I promise, I don't care if you're gay, it doesn't, I love you for you. I'm not going to judge you for it. That doesn't bother me, I mean, at all. You can't. I don't know what to, I just can't call. I can't do it because I'm not helping that person out. And what kills me is the emotion. The reason I said emotional is because I want to so bad just dive into why this is happening. I've got two of them now that they're girls, but they don't believe that they are, and now their parents are advocates of us calling them by their new names. And I went to my pastor about it. He gave me some great advice. He goes, just call it by her last name, but that's still avoiding a problem, and the emotional part of this mental health thing, because I'm going to tell you, I may not show it much, it bothers me. Yeah. Because it's just not correct.
Right, it's not who. And you open that can of worms up, and that's just fine, because I don't know if the rules say you have to do it, but what I do, this is just me, I call them by their name that they were given at birth. And I do that because I think about who they are, who God made them to be. And if I'm speaking to that, if I have to say anything, if I'm speaking to that person is still in there. That person is still in there. And what has maybe happened is that they are trying to find themselves and going outside of the circle where they need to find themselves, really. God knows who they are. And speaking to their heart and not the person may help. It may help a lot, because that's kind of what I do. Even if I'm, my husband has a thing, he's not in here, but he has a thing if he sees a young lady that thinks she's a man, but this is an adult, this is not a kid, and they try, how guys come up and dap or whatever y'all do when y'all shake hands. He refuses to do that with them. He doesn't do that with them. So he doesn't You know, he'll give him a hug. You know, he'll give him a hug or whatever, as a dad figure or a big brother or something like that. But I get what you're saying, that it bothers you because it's not what God has said about them as a person, and it's
And
not.
I never want them to not feel welcome either. Like that's
Right.
you know, it's a tough situation to be in.
Right.
And I don't see it. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be something that's like gonna flood, but I've been dreading this day that this happened. And it's happened.
Yeah.
What it does
Yeah.
is it puts pressure on you to be somebody else that you're not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to agree with their mental illness
Right.
for you.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
so,
want to call by the last name. I want, if your name's Melissa,
I'm gonna call you Melissa.
Melissa, you know.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's funny. I had this. I went on this pastor retreat. I went on our last pastor retreat. I went on, and you know, I brought this up. My pastor, he brought up to me, why does it get you so aggravated? Like, why? And it's not aggravation. It's just, I get emotional about it because I mean, I'm just a straightforward guy. Like, yo, if it's black and white, it's black and white. If the sky is blue, it is not purple. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what it is. Like, I just see things
Right.
for what they really are.
Right.
You know, and he kind of dug something out of me. It's, I don't have control over what other, you know, I wish I could control what they're feeling. And then that's the problem, is I can't control it. And it stresses me out to no end.
Yeah. If you want to pass this around, you just said this. This is one of the things that I was gonna, if I had time, was gonna talk about.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It's just talking about doing what you have control of doing. Things we get frustrated because we're trying to control things that are outside of our control. If we stay in that circle of things that are in our control, we'll feel a whole lot better. Now, but if you add that to what you're talking about, what's your first
Are
name?
you giving these out?
I'm not, but you can take a picture. Yeah.
My name is Raven.
Raven, okay. So even getting into what you're talking about, it's like, okay, God, what do you want me to do with this? And sometimes within a realm of something like that, God will kind of change us to not having to call them Melvin or whatever, but that compassion of what has happened to them to get them to that point. Okay, the compassion will come forward more. So it's a slippery slope, but it's definitely doable.
Yeah, I just wanted to share a thought.
Yeah.
Society has changed drastically
Yeah.
in the last few years, and I think as believers, we are different places anyway. But as believers, I do believe that we are called to redeem, and part of that process is important that we bring truth and grace, which is very much important. Truth, grace, justice, and mercy.
That compassion,
And,
yeah.
which is very much important because I don't want to use the word, but people are already messed up, and coming to judge them harshly is not going to help the process. And so, to redeem that process is to bring. You're not changing. You're not changing. I'm hoping you're not changing. You're already secure in your identity. When you come in the space of the other person and you try to see how you can minister to them, and you got to bring a lot of grace, truth, mercy, not too much judgment.
Yep. That's
I promise you this. I mean, like, listen, I've done it all under the sun except say that I'm a girl, but judgment, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not one to judge, but man, it's a slippery slope, man, because nowadays you say the wrong thing, you know, now I'm responsible for this girl having anxiety and depression because I said, no, I'm going to call you Miss,
right.
whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And right, hitting the nail on the head, just bringing that compassion and that. And if you keep tapping, you keep, bringing the truth day after day, time after time, it's gonna crack, and the truth will. God said the truth will make you free, not just set you free. The word says that it will make you free. That means you don't even have a choice but to be free of whatever's going on. Okay? Good question. I'm glad you brought that up. We can talk more. Any other questions or comments? Thank you for listening to our podcast today, The Call of a Mentor. If you'd like to leave a positive comment or if you'd like to be on our show, please give us a call at 757-737-8714, or you can drop us a text message. You can also email us at communityservant85@yahoo.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
The Call of a Mentor is a production of Marriage Map Ministries and EOVBAA in association with Overwhelming Victory Radio. Our executive producers are Dwight and Angela McDowell and Dr. Greg Glenville, with Andrew Fouts as our associate producer. To find out more about Overwhelming Victory Radio or to listen to any of our sister podcasts, visit overwhelmingvictory.org.